Hello and welcome. You are watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Abigail Carmelim bringing to you the Salesian news across the globe. Don Bosco F5 will be a digital, inclusive and supportive school, the first to be developed in Andalusua under the pedagogical model Simplin.co, and has already selected the first 25 participants who will be educated in new technologies according to this model. It is a project born from the collaboration between the Fundazione Don Bosco and the Factoria F5, which will be financed by the energy company Endesa. It is part of the activities developed by the Fundazione Don Bosco in the Poligono Sur area of Seville, considered one of the most vulnerable areas in Spain, where a large number of children, young people and families are immersed in situations of serious precariousness, especially in terms of employment. The Real Madrid Socio-Sport School Don Bosco Maputo carries out its activities at the Salesian Mission Sant Jose de Languin in the capital of Mozambique, Maputo. Salesians have been working in the country for over a century to help the most disadvantaged children, offering them an integral education. And through the practice of football and basketball, more than 70 children and adolescents between the age of 3 and 17 learn values and improve their school performance in the sports and educational project that sees Salesians and the Real Madrid Foundation engage. The current pandemic situation has affected activities, but not the accompaniment of children and the families, which continues with solidarity and awareness-raising activities. The school year in Mozambique begins in February. Last year, all activities were marked by the pandemic, but classroom activities were replaced by visits to children and their families to encourage and help them during confinement. The restrictions of participation and health measures to avoid contagion are still respected. Masks are always provided during school reinforcement, hand disinfection before entering the playing field or in any activity organized by the school, and the measurement of the temperature of the participants before entering the sports complex. However, what never changes in the Social Sport School of the Real Madrid Foundation is the joy of the students, a concrete expression of the motto that guides these activities, from which thousands of vulnerable children around the world benefit. They play, we educate. A sudden flood caused by torrential rains has paralyzed the area of East Timor's capital, Dili, since the early hours of Easter Sunday on April 4th, as well as some islands not far from eastern Indonesia, including Flores Island and the western part of the island of Timor, which belongs to Indonesia. The most up-to-date figures so far show more than 160 victims, dozens and dozens of missing, hundreds of homes overwhelmed and buried by landslides, miles of destroyed roads and several thousand displaced persons. Only in Dili, the water of the river rose up to 2 to 4 meters above the usual level. Currently, the visitors TLS has 11 canonical communities in East Timor, of which 3 are located right in the capital in the district of Dili, Comoro, the parish of Mary Help of Christians, with also the house of visitors, the Don Bosco Technical Center, a large vocational training center with a large oratory, and the post-novitiate community with the Philosophy Study Center. Let us pray for the people of East Timor and East Indonesia and show them our solidarity, the Salesians in that region call for. From 9 to 12 March, Father Luis Fernando Valencia, Superior of the Salesian Province of Colombia, Medellin, COM, made a pastoral animation visit to the community of the Salesian Novitiate Sagrado Corazon de Jesus. The Don Bosco Youth Services of the Salesian Province of India, Panjim INP, organized on March 21st at the Don Bosco Salcorna Center the Youth Day of the South Zone. The event was attended by young people from the Salesian presences of Benaulim, Fatoda, Salcorna, Quepemp and Lautolim. Don Bernardino Almeida, Director of Don Bosco Salcorna, and Don Edison Fernandez, Director of Don Bosco Benaulim, guided young people to reflect on the difficulties faced during the pandemic, sharing the discouragement and opportunities to overcome the impact of COVID-19. The day ended with various games and the awards of the best teams. The Salesian High School in Salvador commemorated on March 11 its 121 years of foundation through a mass celebrated in the sanctuary of Our Lady Help of Christians and broadcast online on the school's YouTube channel. Don Youth Barato Fernandez, Director of Salesian Presence, presided over the Eucharistic celebration, which was followed by the institute students, their family members, educators, alumni and many members of the Salesian family. Spiritual Accompaniment in the Salesian Key was the title of the conference that Father Fabio Attard, former General Counsel for Youth Pastoral Care and currently coordinator of the Permanent Training Project for Salesians and laity in Europe, held digitally on the Facebook page Don Bosco, Paraguay. The conference was organized by young Salesians and lay people of the various Salesian presences with the participation of Don Mario Villalba, Salesian Inspector of Paraguay. Don Attard focused his message on sharing the accompanying experience in Don Bosco, emphasizing the dimensions of accompaniment and pastoral challenges and the importance of being accompanied to accompany with balance, humility and service. Also this year, the celebration of Easter was marked by the restrictions of the pandemic. However, in the most solemn liturgy of the year, in a still half-empty St. Peter's Basilica, Pope Francis urged not to lose hope and to have confidence in rebirth. After Mass, then the Pontiff gave the traditional blessing, Urbi et Orbi. In his message, there was a strong call to share vaccines with the poorest countries, to remove restrictions on freedom of religion and to end too many wars and violence. A strong message in the name of peace and hope. A theme, that of hope, which the Holy Father had already invoked during the Way of the Cross on Friday, 2nd April, a Way of the Cross with the meditations and prayers of the little ones to whom the Pope's caress came. On 6 April is the Dies Natalis of Blessed Michel Roux. Father Roux is the consecration and exaltation of the Salesian origins. No one understood and interpreted Don Bosco in his educational and ecclesial action and spirituality like he did. He faced and overcame numerous difficulties in governing the congregation. He consolidated the missions and the Salesian spirit. Father Roux always remains of vital relevance for the Salesian world. On April 6, the United Nations celebrates the International Day of Sport for Development and Peace, a day to promote sports-related values such as discipline and loyalty. Sports, thanks to its educational function, assumes great importance also in Salesian environment with educational and pastoral intentions. Revisiting a famous phrase of Don Bosco, one could say that an oratory without sport is a body without a soul. From community to community, a key passage in the world of complexity is the heart of the Young Word project. A group of young people belonging to different realities in central Italy have started a confrontational journey focusing on the themes that characterize their own age. Fruit of this comparison is the Young Word format and open space in the world during which young people expose their reasoning and compare. The whole thing is shared on Twitch, a platform born for live stream and peer interaction starting April 12, 2021. So viewers, with that we have come to the end of today's edition. See you again tomorrow at the same time and in the same channel. Thank you for joining us.